Rachel. I'm 29 now, but this story goes back to when I was 22. It still feels like yesterday. They say time heals everything, but no one tells you that some wounds just hide better with age. They never fully close. This is about love, the kind that changes you forever. The kind you only get once. I met Liam in college during my junior year. He wasn't the loudest guy in the room or the one with the best smile. But something about him felt warm, familiar, like home. We sat next to each other in a philosophy class neither of us really wanted to take. He made sarcastic remarks about the lectures. I laughed too much, and somehow, we became inseparable. Not instantly, but steadily, naturally. What began as shared notes turned into shared walks. Then late-night calls. Then mornings where he brought me coffee without asking how I liked it, because he just knew. Liam made life feel less heavy. He didn't just see me, he understood me. And I loved him before I knew what love really was. We never officially dated at first. We danced around it, like two scared kids on thin ice, afraid that one wrong move would crack everything. But eventually, he kissed me outside the library in the middle of a thunderstorm. It was cliché and chaotic and beautiful. We were together for almost 3 years. They were the best years of my life. But not every love story has a happy ending. And this one, it broke me. Liam got a job offer in New York after graduation. A big opportunity. A dream role at a publishing house he'd talked about for months. I was still finishing my degree in Chicago. He didn't want to do long distance. He said it would hurt too much. So he asked me to come with him. I remember that moment. He stood in my tiny dorm room, with hopeful eyes and shaking hands, asking me to leave everything, my school, my family, my life, to follow him. I wanted to say yes. God, I wanted to say yes more than anything. But I was scared. I had 1 semester left. I had no job, no plan, and no idea what my life would be like in New York. My parents had sacrificed so much to get me through college. I couldn't throw it away. So I said no. I didn't cry right away. Neither did he. He just nodded slowly, like he already knew. Like he was expecting it. We promised to stay in touch. We promised we'd find a way back to each other. But we didn't. Calls became texts. Texts became silence. I graduated, got a job, moved on, or tried to. I dated other people, smiled at parties, laughed at jokes that weren't funny. But inside, there was always a hollow space where Liam used to live. A year later, I saw him on Instagram. He looked happy. He was in Central Park, holding hands with someone else. Her name was Claire. I stared at that photo for hours. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to hate him. But the truth is, he waited for me, and I let him go. Months passed. Then years. Life happened. I moved cities, changed jobs, lost people, gained people. But Liam, he stayed etched in the background of my mind like a song I couldn't stop humming. One evening, I was cleaning out an old box of college stuff and found a note he had written me during our second year. You make me believe in magic, Rachel. The real kind, the kind where 2 people just know. I broke down on the floor of my apartment, holding that piece of paper like it was oxygen. I tried reaching out. I sent a message. Just a simple, "Hi, I hope you're doing well." But it was too late. He didn't reply. A week later, I got the news from a mutual friend. Liam had gotten engaged. I stared at the message, reading it over and over again. It felt surreal, like the final chapter had been written, and I hadn't even been invited to read it. He was gone, really gone this time, and I couldn't blame him. I was the one who said no. I often wonder what would have happened if I'd said yes. If I'd followed him to New York. Would we be living in a tiny apartment with bad plumbing, arguing over takeout, but still madly in love? Or would we have crashed anyway? I'll never know. But here's what I do know. Love doesn't always end in betrayal or tragedy. Sometimes, love ends in silence. In distance. In choices made with the best intentions that still lead to heartbreak. Liam was my once in a lifetime. Not